this is Judy DiLorenzo from A Life Well Planted. I'm making more tomato puree today for the freezer. My husband grows hundreds of tomato plants every summer so that I can make enough puree to last us the year. Then we use it when making pasta sauce, soup, stews, and other recipes. Sometimes I can the tomatoes. When I do that, I have to remove the skins. When I freeze the tomatoes, it's a quicker and easier process. You simply wash your tomatoes, core them, quarter them, put them in your high-speed blender and blend them until the skins and seeds are finely ground up. I don't even notice them in the final product, to be honest with you. If you don't use a high-speed blender, you might not be happy with the results, but if you have a Vitamix or something equivalent, then it really will puree those seeds and skins adequately. After I do that, I put them in a pot and I boil the excess liquid away so that I'm left with the consistency that I want to use when I make a pasta sauce. Then you have to cool your tomatoes down before freezing, and there are a couple of ways you can freeze. You can either use a food saver, which works really great, and the bags are BPA free. This food saver model is the base model, and I just looked it up online. It's $39.99, not too bad. And if you do a lot of gardening, or if you want to freeze leftovers or freeze anything at all, I would suggest the food saver. It's really very handy. And you can, with a little practice, end up with these nice flat packages that stack really well in the freezer. I did do another YouTube video explaining how to use the food saver for liquid, so you might want to look that up. The other way you can freeze it is in the canning jars. You can get the 1.5 pint or pint size jars at the hardware store or grocery store, and you have to look for the fill line. It actually says fill on the jars, but you have to really look hard because it's hard to see. And that's how high you can fill it. The liquid or whatever you are freezing will expand as it's freezing, and if you fill it too high, then it will crack the jar. If you want to do quarts, I would suggest using the food saver because the quart jars are not rated for freezing. I have frozen tomatoes and other liquid products in quart-sized jars, but I find 1 out of every 10 or 20 jars will crack in the freezer, so I've stopped doing that. I think that's it. I think that's all I wanted to explain to you. If you have any questions, leave them below. If you like this video, consider liking it. And as always, remember, if you're not eating for health, you're eating for disease.